I've often asked myself, of all the weird and wonderful inventions which the military-industrial complex, such as DARPA, have tried to invent, why have they never tried to invent a time machine? Well, in a sense, they already have. They have invented a time machine because they control asymmetrically the dissemination of information into civil society. Any idea which you have, even the very structure and method of thinking which you have, has been given to you. Especially popular ideas, common philosophies, major religious doctrine, fashions such as artificial intelligence. These have all been pre-programmed, pre-decided, preconditioned, and given to us. So in a sense, by controlling the slow release of information, they have put us in a time machine, kept us in the past, where they simultaneously have moved into the future. The technology, the knowledge, the science which the military-industrial complex holds could be anywhere up to, if not exceeding, 100 years in the future from now. You think the iPhone, you think blockchain technology, you think the AI that we can see now, that's in the corporate sector, that's in the public sector, you think that is the avant-garde, is the most advanced technology that we have available. If you think that, you're a fool. The army are operating at least 50 and probably 100, if not more, years ahead of us. They've got us in a time machine, whereby they're in the future and we're in the far past. Let's take blockchain as an example. You think blockchain is simply the data structure used to enforce Bitcoin, a kind of fashionable digital currency. Well, if you think that, you'd be wrong. The way in which they condition us is by giving us small pieces of the puzzle which they've already predetermined, leaving us to put the puzzle together and letting us think that we came up with the idea on our own, so as not feeling that we're under some kind of totalitarianism, when in fact all pieces of the puzzle were pre-constructed by them prior to dissemination. Blockchain, as a case in point, although we only understand it and its uses in terms of digital currency and smart contracts currently, it will inevitably, with the integration into AI processes, become a huge global memory computer. And the design of the data structure itself of the blockchain, the Merkle tree, in fact, is designed and intended, I believe, to reflect the actual cognitive structure of the human mind itself. The way in which we make very complex ideas or long histories simplified into small blocks, such is true of the blockchain also. It's a way of compressing long-term memory into short-term manageable chunks, in the same way in which human cognition effectively functions. So it offers a symbiosis with natural data structures, aka the human mind, but it has a more kind of, perhaps not infinite, but absolutely gigantic capacity for memory storage when combined with artificial intelligence, artificial technology. So this will enable us to make a huge global human mind. Google was just the beginning, but Google was centralized. With decentralization, everyone will in effect be plugged into the network. There will not only be isolated or theoretical client nodes operating on a network, we will be the nodes. We will be the peer-to-peer network. And if that wasn't horrible enough, the military-industrial complex is so smart, the way in which they sell it to us piece by piece not only negates or circumvents the fear of totalitarianism, the fear that decentralization is a bad thing. We are sold and marketed this information in such a way not only to accept it, but to in fact welcome it and encourage it. Decentralization, that's great. That means a democracy for everyone. Well, you'd be a fool if you think so. Satoshi Nakamoto, he had your best interests at heart, of course. Please, come on. People need to start thinking like controllers and not like sheep. The aim here has never been to destroy, or not to destroy everyone. Depopulation, of course. But the ultimate aim is control. The total control of everything. This could never have been established by World War II or World War I acting on their own, since there was always the risk of counter-revolution. There needed to be, first, a weakening of faith, in particular a weakening of Christianity, made possible by political and social confusion, which was the reason behind World War I and World War II. And then a period of chaos afterward. We have the hippie movement, we have postmodern society, as a period of moral degeneration. The final phase will bring order of chaos, the finalization of the New World Order, which will bring total control, communism to everyone, the entire world, not just the so-called Iron Curtain, without the possibility of protest, dissent, or counter-revolution. This is the true meaning of AI and the true meaning of blockchain. The rise of China was another tool for disempowering Christendom, along with Islam and the growth of Islam and multiculturalism inside what was previously Christendom itself. So we have an external foreign power weakening things on a macroeconomic level vis-a-vis China, and then we have an internal weakening of reality through Islam and multiculturalism. This theory goes all the way back to realist scholars such as Thucydides, who advocated a policy of not only just directly attacking the enemy, but first of all wearing them down by empowering their neighbours and surrounding them. If you think anything has changed, you'd be sadly mistaken.